Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. I told you guys one thing about me on my channel. Like I said, I call shit right down the middle. I told you. Fair is fair with me, man. And then it's just some things that just got to be put out there, man. I really do not like what's going on with the PBC. As far as their fighters go. I seen some shit by CJ Goodfella, and then I brought it up on my own channel as well. This shit with basically the freeze out of Crawford, to me, to a certain degree, is just despicable. For people to act like Crawford don't even exist is just it's just really a bad look for the image of PBC and PBC Fighters. So those are for the people that sit up here and say that in our eyes PBC can do no wrong, because I just got to keep it 100, man. These dudes act like, you know what I'm saying, Crawford is Candyman. Like, if you say his name 3 times, he gonna appear and shit. And one thing that pissed me off that I did see that I didn't like during the broadcast of, Sean Porter versus you got, basically a fight that nobody came to see, that nobody cared about. Basically, they had like the top 5 or the top best welterweights, and they didn't have Crawford's name on there. And keep in mind, Crawford is a belt holder, and Crawford is arguably considered pound for pound the best fighter on the planet. And for them to just act like the man don't exist because he ain't signed to the PBC roster is just flat out just disrespectful, and it's really demeaning. And I think that's very classless of the PBC to do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I just got to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? And this is like the second time they did this shit. Crawford comes to Wilder versus Fury. They show him on the Jumbotron at the fight, but then they don't show him on TV, but then they show Triple G. So what kind of shit is that? And I don't want to hear, well, Triple G, was considered signing with them, so basically that's fuck that. Okay, if that's the case, Errol Spence came to an ESPN event and they showed him. No hesitation. One thing about Bob Arum, he is right. Like, you want to show a potential opponent down the line because you want him to get exposure. So I just got to keep it 100, man. I got to take, PBC to task on that shit, man. You just got to, you just got to say the shit. You just got to call the shit right down the middle, man. That's not right, man. It's not right, man. I wouldn't care if a promoter was not on my roster or not. If he one of the best fighters out there and I want my fighter to potentially fight him and have a showdown, I want him to get as much exposure as possible so people can buy the fight if it's on pay-per-view. And if it's on TV, tune into the fight. You want to make like the man don't exist? And like I said, man, the thing is, some of these PBC fighters keep hiding behind Al Heyman and shit, man. For real, it's been proven that Al Heyman will work with other promotional companies. At the end of the day, when did we start putting the blame on the fighters? Danny Garcia, he talk a good game, but he full of shit. He just don't want to fight certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight Spence. He don't want to fight Crawford because they know what'll happen to them. Same thing with Sean Porter. He talking about that Bud is his buddy and all that type of shit. So wait a minute, let me get this straight. You don't want to fight because somebody your friend and shit? Like I said, you in the wrong business, dude. For real. Sean Porter need to go be a preacher or something. And that's what I'm saying. Sean ain't authentic on some of the shit he's saying, some of the things he, supposed to represent. You need to keep it honest, man. If you don't want to fight the dude, just say the shit. You ain't trying to fight the dude. And that appears to be what it is to everybody. Anybody with a brain, you just don't want to fight Crawford. But you using every other excuse, man, not to fight the dude, man. It come a time where we can't just keep putting everything on Al Heyman, man. So it gets to the point to where you got to start looking at the fighters. If these dudes wanted smoke, man, they would get their ass in the ring with fucking Bud. And apparently they don't want to get in the ring with Bud. And that's just the bottom line, man. But anyway, man, let me know what you guys think, man. I'm out.